Belching in time and space is your host, Amari Shadow, and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back once again to some more Marvel Rivals behind the scenes. Now, you're probably wondering why I didn't live stream today. Mainly, I took a break for today because a lot of nonsense is happening around the house. We had a bit of a winter storm blow by in North Carolina, and bad news, my water pump cracked. So I've been without water for the past couple of days. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to get me a new water pump, but I do. We have friends in the family that say they could potentially patch the water pump by welding it back together, and hopefully that'll fix the issue with my water pump, so I'll have running water until I'm able to get me a new water pump. That's beside the point. I wanted to upload this video because this video I am calling the worst Marvel Rivals match I've ever had thus far. So, as you can see, in this match, I was playing as Mr. Fantastic. And if you take a look at my score, I was not doing well at all. I was not doing well at all. But to be fair, around the time I and did this match, it was around 9 in the evening, and around this time, I usually don't be playing games that late at that late, because especially when it comes to competitive games, I know that a lot of people are getting home from work and most of the tryhards are out on these games. They are out for blood, and I tried to stay away from these type of games this late at night because I know that there's a other level of player that I personally don't want to be invested with. And personally, I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that I was tired. I'm tired. It's like, it's been 2 weeks since the new season has dropped in Marvel Rivals, and I'm still in gold rank 2. Usually I would have, usually I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I'm a pretty decent gamer. I won't say that I'm a pro, and I certainly won't say I'm a pro at this, because I don't really play these type of games. Like, the only other game that I've actually played like this before was Overwatch, and this is Overwatch 1, but my experience with that was very limited. Limited because I was playing it through the proxy of my buddy Zachary Chronicle. Well, Dark Cosmic Wraith. He doesn't even go by Zachary Chronicle anymore. Dark Cosmic Wraith, and he had Overwatch, and this was years ago, back when he was still living here in North Carolina. So I only had so much experience with that, and I didn't like Overwatch. But when this came out, I immediately got attached to it. I got addicted to it, and yes, I can say I'm addicted to it because literally right now, aside from doing content on Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy and Epic Mickey Rebrushed, the most important series on the channel right now is my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail. And right now there's no content in the game for me to play, therefore it's a bit of a downtime in that, unless I decide to go ahead and start leveling up other characters that are already in Dawn Trail, and then get them caught up with my main and my Pictomancer. I still need to get my Lalafell and Reaper all the way through Dawn Trail. I still got to get my Summoner through Dawn Trail, and I intend to do that, but it's like my main focus isn't on it right now. But yeah, this match was this match was something else. So I'm going to point out the obvious right away. I died 12 times. When this match started, we had only one tank on our team, which was, of course, the Groot. We had one tank, 2 DPS, and three healers, because this guy started off as Winter Soldier, I believe, and then he switched to Star-Lord, Star-Lord, and then he inevitably switched to Captain America, being our second tank, leaving me as the only duelist on the team. The opposing team, however, had a multitude of character switches, from their main tank switching between Venom, Doctor Strange, and Penny Parker, their secondary tank switching between Magneto, Thor, and Moon Knight, and their mainstay and their Cloak and Dagger switching from Scarlet Witch. Also, I'm going to get to that in a second. Because I have my issues about this and this. But the mainstays were obviously the Winter Soldier, the Psylocke, and the Mantis. Now, once again, I'm chalking this up to being tired because I did play a little bit recklessly in this, and I think it's getting to the point that I'm getting a bit confident with Mr. Fantastic because, yes, I do have my bad matches, but I also have my good matches, and then I have my phenomenal matches whenever I'm playing Mr. Fantastic. But this time, this Winter Soldier here, he had my number. He completely had my number. Out of the 12 times I died in this match, I'm pretty certain this guy had a hand on every time I died. Whether it was him insta-killing me, which, by the way, he shouldn't be able to do that, because there are times where I get popped in the head one time and I die immediately. There are times where he grabs me, hits me 2 times, and I die immediately. Or there are the times where I get grabbed, and then other people are able to combo off of his grab because I'm stunned for a long period of time. And by the way, can I just say, why is it that literally every character that has the ability to grab, stun, or push someone just negates some of my abilities? Like, for example, with his grab, and he usually tended to grab me when I was in my inflated state. That completely nullifies my entire inflated state because it only lasts for 6 seconds. 6 seconds. And while, yes, the inflated state, it does decent damage, it doesn't do enough damage to out-damage and damage some of these characters that are listed here. Because I only get to get, like, what, 2 combo strings with it? Which, by the way, Marvel Rival devs, Mr. Fantastic, he needs a buff. He needs a buff. I will say this. He's good at surviving, but he's not good for straight up boxing people out. Which is the sad part about it. But yeah, this Winter Soldier, almost every time I died, he was the cause of it. And as you can see, he was the second most valuable player with over 35 kills. This guy was carrying this entire team. It was just this guy. And this guy that was causing the problem. And I knew this. I knew this from the get-go. Which is why, when it came right down to it, my main focus was getting him off of the board. That was kind of the point. But of course, being a duelist, my main focus is to help push the objective. And keep my focus on the tanks. Which, I was doing that. I was definitely doing that. That was what my main goal. It was help pushing the objective. But as you can see, again, throughout the entirety of the match, I was the only duelist. I had no support. And literally, I believe I got healed only a few times by the other healers. Like, they did really good healing across the board, but the amount of times I died when there were still healers on the board, but nobody was able to heal me, I was like, yeah, something's off here. But I'm not going to blame them. I think in the end, my deaths were definitely my fault. And again, like I said, I was tired, so I'm just chalking it up to that. But again, I didn't have any other duelists on my team to help back me up. And I still don't understand why this guy ended up switching to Captain America in the end, because he, well, in comparison to me, he was doing a decent job tanking, but I would have been way happier if I had another duelist on the field helping me take out some of these duelists because take out some of these and take out this Winter Soldier because they had a lot of duelists starting off. They had Winter Soldier, they had Psylocke, and they had Scarlet Witch. And speaking of Scarlet Witch, people keep trying to underestimate, trying to say that she's not a good character. I'm like, yeah, no. I know she's not that great when it comes to her ulti because it can be interrupted by a lot of things. But let's be honest here. If you're climbing in competitive, every time I have matched into a team that has a Scarlet Witch, nobody focuses the Scarlet Witch. And she gets to get away with almost everything she does. So literally, me being the only duelist, I had two objectives to take care of. First off, I needed to help push the objective, which means I had to focus the tanks. And then my second objective was to help whittle down the other players, meaning I needed to focus on the threats that were giving us trouble, which of course was their Winter Soldier, and in turn, the Scarlet Witch. Because their Psylocke wasn't really a big deal at all. I mean, yes, she got 14 kills, but she died 11 times, so she was not doing that great. In fact, looking at their team, she was by far the weakest link. So again, she wasn't doing that great. But I will still stand by this. If you see a Scarlet Witch on the opposing team, focus her. It's like any character that has auto-aim needs to be focused because they are there just to be trolls. It's like nobody ever pays attention to this. Like, I have been in multiple fights over the course of this week where I have been matched into teams that have nothing but Scarlet Witches in it, and they have completely mopped the floor with us because those Scarlet Witches are never focused. I keep pointing them out every single time, but nobody ever focuses them. They focus on everything else but the Scarlet Witch, and I'm like, yeah, no, the Scarlet Witch is the problem. And I will show you another match that I was in. No, it's not this one. This one. And as you can see, I am in no way, shape, or form a good player. I'll have my bad matches. I'll have my good matches. But where was it? This one. This one. Holy shit. The only reason I'm playing Thor is because I've been experimenting with him, and I think I'm starting to get the idea of how he works. But the problem is, we had nobody who was dedicated to playing a tank. We had nobody dedicated to playing a tank. We had a Groot starting off, but then in the second round, he decides to go Punisher. And I'm like, why? Why? Because if I'm remembering correctly, we won the first round, I believe. Actually, no. We didn't win the first round. We lost. Lost, if I'm remembering correctly. But this match was so bad for me because every time I came out of the spawn and got to the arena and the point, I kept getting deleted by Storm, by Scarlet Witch, by Cloak and Dagger. I kept getting deleted by Mr. Fantastic. There was literally nothing I could do to support my team. And it drove me insane. I was furious at this guy for going Punisher. Because as you can see, he did nothing for us. It's like he did jack shit for us. Yes, I died 15 times. I died 15 times. But again, I'm playing a role I'm not confident with. I was trying to help support the team. But I only started playing Thor 2 days ago. So my experience with Thor is limited. I'm comfortable with Mr. Fantastic because I've already dedicated 2 whole weeks to this guy. I'm comfortable with Rocket Raccoon because I dedicated an entire season to him. But Thor, I still have to get comfortable with him before I can say I can confidently go into a competitive match and actually play him. I'm not there yet. So why this guy switched from Groot when he was doing quite well, by the way, according to the damage blocked here, is beyond me. But again, this Storm, I am so mad that the devs thought the buff she got in this season was what she needed. I'm sorry, but to all Storm mains, and I'm well, not actually. Let me clarify here. To all the Storm mains that decided to main her in Season 1 just because she got buffed, fuck you! Fuck you! For the Storm mains that mained her in Season 0, I have respect for you. Because she was not the greatest character in there, but you did something with her that actually made her viable. Now, I can't go into a single damn match without seeing at least a Storm, a Scarlet Witch, a Winter Soldier, a Moon Knight. I can't go into a single damn match without seeing these characters. And there wasn't even that many of them originally. But now they're fucking everywhere. Even with Cloak and Dagger, I'm like, the characters that got buffed in Season 1, I gotta ask, what was the point? Moon Knight didn't need it. Winter Soldier didn't need it. Cloak and Dagger didn't need it. You know what character that did get buffed actually deserved the buff he got, but you could have given him something a little bit better than what he got? Rocket Raccoon! I will immediately say it. The buffs he got made him slightly better. But is he good? Is he at the point where I can say I am satisfied with the character and I can say that he's actually a viable choice? No! Literally, it's like, I've already said it. The one thing they need to do is make it where his healing bubbles, there's no reload to that. They need to take that away and make that an infinite reload. Kind of like how certain characters have infinity on their abilities. They need to do that with his healing bubbles. Or better yet, reduce the cooldown between reloads between his healing bubbles and his normal gun. Or better yet, give him more damage on his gun. Or even better, when he drops his little ultimate, when he drops his amplifier, allow it to not only buff damage, it gives a constant regen. That would make him so much better, in my opinion. If his amplifier not only buffed people's attack, it healed them at the exact same time. That's just something I'd say would make Rocket better than what he is right now. Do I hate where Rocket is right now? No. But I won't lie and say that they could easily do something a little bit better with him. But this match was abysmal. This match was so abysmal. abysmal. And to be fair, I wasn't even doing bad with Mr. Fantastic. Fantastic. The only reason I even switched off of Mr. Fantastic is because we had no tank. That was the only reason why I switched. But then this fucker came into the picture with Storm. And I was like, why? Why? Literally, people need to learn. If you see characters like Scarlet Witch, if you see characters like Storm, if you see characters like Iron Man, if you see characters like Winter Soldier, if you see Moon Knight, if you see Cloak and Dagger, get them off the field. How many times do I have to ping these characters to point out these characters are threats? Anyways, ranting aside, I'm not going to show this match because this was a very, very stupid match. And literally this entire match, the only reason this team won was because they were being hard carried by the Storm. That's it. That's all there is to it. This match, however, this is what I wanted to show off because this was painful. Literally every time I tried to contest this Winter Soldier, I saw my health bar get deleted almost immediately. So that's what today's video is about. So we're going to play it, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Also, just pointing out, if you didn't notice the little profile icons before the match and video started, there's Scarlet Witch, they're Lord level with their Scarlet Witch, which tells me they only play Scarlet Witch and Cloak and Dagger because they were both Lord level icons, which means they don't have enough skill to play any other characters because they're both auto-aim characters.
They never listen.
I am Groot.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's you and me again.
I am Groot.
Feeling fantastic.
He just stopped that vehicle in its tracks.
A force field. That fucking hurt. You're welcome.
Invisible?
You're welcome. Literally.
Us against the world!
Armed and again! Again! I'm more resilient than you think. Keep it moving. We're almost
He
to the
stopped them in their tracks!
Fantastic! That almost hurt. Not so fast, friend.
We are undefeatable!
Hey, Dee!
Shield up!
Can't keep the Weaver waiting.
Anyone going to help? They've made it halfway! Stop them!
So again, I got a little bit too greedy right there. I was trying to get Mantis on the opposing team who was close to death and stuff, and I don't know if my team was dead or not, but I died. And died because both Mantis and Winter Soldier were attacking me at the exact same time.
Again! I'm more resilient than you.
Fine. But I had just spawned, and I immediately got deleted by the Winter Soldier again.
You stop them in their tracks!
Also, I just noticed, our Winter Soldier died by falling off the map. Like, what?
You're welcome.
And see what I mean? I got grabbed and immediately comboed. Comboed by the Winter Soldier and the Magneto.
There's still more work to be done.
Anyone willing to help? Only 60 seconds left. Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
You're welcome.
It was around this time that I had immediately knew that the Winter Soldier had to go, because I think around this time was when I had got a little bit frustrated knowing that the Winter Soldier was the cause of all my deaths so far.
Armed and dangerous.
And think he killed me again.
I'm not ready to give up yet.
Against the world! The final 10 seconds!
Got a shield team.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Hello there. Some additional acceleration would be ideal. Next time I won't be so kind.
Now, I don't know why the Winter Soldier was standing still in that moment, but I had already said, I need to get this Winter Soldier off the field. So when I was inflated, I completely focused on him and made sure that he was sent back to spawn.
Relay deployed. It ain't cheap.
Better stop that vehicle!
Another shield. Thanks.
We hit a checkpoint. Now,
Needs help. Got a shield team.
a little help, please.
I seem to be
We are undefeatable!
by the eye of Agamotto!
Armed and
Also, I'm talking it up that Mr. Fantastic does not really do that well on this map. Here goes Bucky again, grabbing me, immediately killing me. Killing me. Devs, why on earth did you buff him? It's like he didn't need it.
I'm more resilient than you think.
Like, he seriously didn't need a buff. He was already a really strong character to begin with.
I'll patch you up. Literally.
Stop them! Only 60 seconds left. We are undefeatable!
Enjoy the air. Predictable.
Okay, got the cloak and dagger. Bucky trying to kill me again.
Dangerous. Let me return the favor. We need to reach that next. A force field.
Big Bucky, trying to get him off the field. They popped ultimate. They had shields up. Shields up. My basically got wasted. Wasted. I avoided that, thankfully. I'm playing a little bit cautiously. Because it's like there's so much going on right now. Bucky using his ultimate again. Trying to focus him. He's surviving everything I'm throwing at him. Trying to chase it down. And down. Mantis put me to sleep so the Bucky can combo me. Combo me. I immediately spawned back only to get shot at by Bucky again. The brute on our team got the Bucky. Bucky off the field, thank God.
We are undefeatable!
By the eye of Agamotto! Armed and dangerous!
Fantastic!
Finally, after a long period of waiting, I was able to kill the Bucky, get him off the field, get Cloak and Dagger out of here, so that way we can keep pushing. Now here, I think I almost got a little bit greedy, but but reflex kicked in, and I did back up immediately. And then I noticed there was a Penny Parker on the field, and I was like, yeah, nope, not dealing with that. That's another character that's a big threat, because no one ever seems to focus her little spider's nest. So it's like I knew she hit it around the corner, so I was trying to get to it to get it off the playing field while trying to mitigate some damage, and make sure that everyone was still progressing. Now, and again, Bucky grabbed me, trying to kill me immediately. It didn't work. I'm focusing on this Penny. I go into ultimate, start bouncing. I'm bouncing, and here's the bullshit. Can I
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Can I rewind this for a second?
Anyone going to help? That's much better. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. Only 60 seconds left. They hit a checkpoint.
Oh, that's too far.
Might be a good time to stop them.
I'm trying to get back to
Only 60 seconds left. They've made it halfway. Stop them.
yeah, I scrolled back too far.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
I want to see just what was my health level by the time I was using my ultimate.
Good time to stop them. It's now or never. Stop them.
Catch my back. Reach that nexus point for the sake of all reality. I'll patch you up. You better get a look behind you.
Only 60 seconds left.
A shield? Well, okay.
I had 385 health, 350, and 50. I don't know what else hit me around that scenario, but I ended up getting my health deleted in about 2 hits. And 2 hits. I got, watch my health get melted, and then I got hit by Bucky's ultimate, but we both died at the exact same time.
2, 3.
So I have no idea what happened there, but I was like, yeah, no, I am not letting you, it was like, if there was one thing I was certain on, it was that
You'll need a top-notch
I
team
knew
to win
Bucky
this one.
probably had his ultimate at that point, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not letting you have that. I am getting you off the field. And even though we traded, I think it was a well worth trade. Now in this round, this is where our other duelist switched to Captain America. And Captain America, and I was like, why did you switch? Switch. And this was around the time that I was like, yeah, I'm the only duelist, so trying to
30 seconds before you attack. Get
trying
ready.
to get some kills on the board to help our team progress was a lot harder.
They don't understand anything because they never listen.
And around this time, I had 10 kills and 10 deaths. It was around this time I had said sent a message in the chat saying that the Bucky on their team basically had my number. But it's like literally almost every death I've been part of was through his hands. Now, around that time, I kind of fat fingered the circle button and came out of my inflated state a bit too early, but it was fine. Fine because I got it back almost immediately. I killed their Thor, which is another character that I'm starting to notice was pretty strong. But again, Bucky ended up going right back into the spawn, dragged me to the spawn, and I got comboed by him and Mantis. And I'm like, bro, how many times am I going to get comboed by this damn Winter Soldier?
Armed and dangerous! Again!
And here was probably my most frantic moment ever. I was furious. I was so mad that they were aggressively pushing like this. I was like, yeah, no, I am not going to be dying here. I will fight, and I will make sure that you guys get no further than this. And this. But once again, I got grabbed by Winter Soldier.
I'm more resilient than you think.
To victory!
It's you and me again, old buddy.
Out of sight.
Get in here, y'all.
Now I see them. Getting hurt.
Magneto!
That almost hurt.
Doing major damage. The darkness. Help!
Get that vehicle moving again.
Fantastic.
Someone scratch my back!
Futile attempt.
Too easy to get hurt.
Armed and dangerous!
We are undefeatable.
Us against the world! Enjoy the amplifier!
Only 60 seconds.
And talk about a clutch moment from the Invisible Woman on our team. Popping her ultimate there because I was pretty much convinced I was dead in that scenario. Mantis did, I kept aggressively pushing the Magneto. And Magneto, it was me and Captain America that got that combo.
30 seconds.
And then out of nowhere, Psylocke appears behind us.
Activated.
And in comes Bucky again. I am immediately going to my ultimate because I was pretty much done with this Bucky, but I apparently missed on my third hit, which canceled out my ultimate. But I was like, yeah, no, if there's one thing I was confident on, I wanted this Bucky dead.
The moon haunts you.
Shield activated. Water relief.
I killed their cloak and dagger. That was one less healer on the board. I chased after the Bucky again.
Sorry, you made this much faster.
Two's better than one, I guess.
And with that, that was our victory.
Final score.
Victory.
0, 2,
I was doing
3.
pretty okay at the very end of the match, but let's be real, that Bucky had my number.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Now, what honestly infuriated me even more was that at the end when everybody was giving their like thumbs up, their toasts to everyone, two of our players didn't give me a thumbs up. I guess I was not a good enough player for them in their eyes, and that was our Captain America and our Invisible Woman. I was like, are you kidding? You guys aren't going to give me a thumbs up, but you'll give a thumbs up to everyone else? Fuck you. It's like, did you not see what I had to go through? I was constantly targeted by this damn Winter Soldier. And I was the only duelist. Be grateful. But it's like, it's whatever. It's whatever at this point. The thumbs up stuff doesn't even bother me in the end because it's like, some people just won't do it anyways. But yeah, this match was yikes. I think this was a very rough match for me, and I've been having a lot of those lately. But at least it wasn't as bad as the one where I was playing Thor. At least it wasn't as bad as that one. In the end, we did win. Kudos to our group for doing such a good job. And like, again, I can't say anything bad about our group. Look at the damage he blocked. Over 70,000. He was popping off. So yeah, kudos to everybody on our team. We overall did a phenomenal job. So that is a bit about it for today's video. And as usual, I don't upload on Sundays unless I'm really in the mood for it. So I will see you guys on Monday. So thank you all for watching. And as always, your host, Mario Shadow, saying Lonzy. And I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone.